Hey guys, and thank you so much for joining me on this big day. This is the very first time that I've gotten a brand new phone, and of course, as you can already tell, it is the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Midnight green, and the box, just to tell you, is incredible before the phone. I mean, the box has this matte finish. The iPhone and the actual iPhone symbol, Apple symbol, are midnight green, matching the color. It already feels like a $1,100 phone. So this phone is $1,100. I have the 64 gigabyte. Came out only about a month and a half ago, I guess close to 2 months ago. They came out with silver, midnight green, black, and of course they're gold. Rose gold, I'm not sure which one they call it. Anyways, so let's get in here, and I already looked at the phone and already set it up to partially so we can test it and all of that without going through all the setup and all of that. So let's get into the box. Slide this off, and you tell the box is a little already beat up, but hey. And here we have the beautiful iPhone Pro. Now, as you can tell, this is the very first Pro that they ever put on iPhone. So iPhone 11 Pro, very first time. Hopefully they'll have it next year as well, but they really wanted to focus on the cameras. So the cameras are best on an iPhone ever, even passing the Google Pixel 4 that was released after the iPhone. Still beat it with tests. As you can tell, they changed up a couple things. Symbol is now in the middle. 3 camera setup with this big bump, which I kind of have some mixed feelings about how it looks. And a matte finish, and of course this beautiful color. So let's get it out of the box here. Oh, look at that, man. And of course they changed up the box a little bit. Usually the iPhone is this way sitting down, and then that is actually on top, but they changed it up a little bit here. So we have this, and then of course, let's put this here. They changed up the charging as well. So they have this charger right here, which goes from USB-C. Let me get the cord out. USB-C to Lightning port. So definitely faster than usual, which is interesting. Instead of just switching to USB-C, they decided to put it on the end of the Lightning port. So kind of different, but I think a lot of people have said it picks up the charging and it makes it a lot faster. This cube is also really heavy, so that always adds up to give that extra extreme fast charging. Someone texted me, I'm not gonna look. Okay, so let's get this off of here. Oh, look at that Apple, man. A little bit bigger, actually quite a bit bigger, but of course gives you a lot faster charging, so that I'm really happy about. Only comes on the Pro series, so only iPhone 11 Pro, not on just the iPhone 11. Okay, so then we have the cord right here, which of course has that USB-C end and Lightning end. Just normal headphone, or yeah, whatever, headphones. And of course this right here. Let's get this peeled off. Ah, look at that. Ah, ooh, stuck to me. Okay, so as you can tell, it only was on the screen. Kind of interesting. The back is matte, so maybe that's why they picked to do it. But as you can tell, it is already a beautiful phone. Exactly same dimensions as the iPhone 10 Max or X Max, XS Max, whatever, long name. But otherwise, the camera's different. The back is, of course, different. You have this new type of sound coming through the screen. So it actually is behind the screen. It somehow goes between the screen, so you kind of have a surround sound feel when you're actually watching something. So it'll be from side to side. Speakers, of course, are pretty much the same. I'm not sure if they have less speakers on this side on the Max, but as you can tell, this side has more speakers than that side. Otherwise, it doesn't feel a whole lot heavier than I have the XR, so not a whole lot heavier, but it's definitely is a bigger phone, and I'm gonna have to take a little while to get used to it. I want to get the Pro Max instead of just the Pro, just because I really didn't want to downsize on screen size for this one, so I am happy for this. Okay, so let's get into the phone here. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to show you cameras, because that's pretty much the main thing that I'm going to show you today is, of course, camera. So as you can tell right here, you kind of have this behind the black, so when you're just on normal 1X, which is the normal camera. So you have wide, ultra wide, and telephoto. So that's what these all three cameras are. Okay, so here, when you have this wide or just normal camera than you're used to, you can switch from right here to telephoto, which is 2 times, and then we go to 0.5, which cuts it in half, to wide. So you can tell the difference right here. As you can see, this right here is pretty wide, and I'm actually pretty surprised how wide it is, and I really like that. So now we're gonna switch just to normal, and this is literally just normal angle right here, what you would usually see. And then we will switch to telephoto, which is 2 times, and you can see how zoomed that is. So you can see how zoomed that is there now. And now I'm gonna switch to normal. So now we are on normal photo there, you can see the depth. And then of course we will switch to wide, which I really like the wide angle. As you can tell, it makes it extremely wide and just really easy to get really nice shots. So I really like that. Okay, so on photos, we have a different face sort of. We also have nighttime mode for photos. So it only does it when it is dark, so I can't really show it. I will take pictures and I will put them side by side, and I will show what normal looks like versus without it. So I can't really show that because it only turns on when it gets dark, so kind of different, but I mean, hey, that's cool. Okay, so we have that. We have slightly different at the top looking. We also have switching between front face here camera and back facing camera. It's a little bit different photo. And also you can see it's kind of hinting to, oh, you can switch to wide at the bottom here and the top with kind of that faded look. So you can kind of see what it looks like with it. It also switches very easily between cameras, which I really, really like. Already testing it, I mean, it's just incredible cameras. The wide is so wide, which I really, really like for incredible photos. So Apple really pushed on their cameras. And I think that's why they called it the Pro this time, because they pushed and pushed and pushed on their cameras. And I will show you some videos and some side-by-sides right after I'm done with this. But the camera is, I've only taken a couple pictures with it. It is incredible. I mean, if you guys are looking to get the best camera on a phone, this is the phone for you. I mean, there's nothing else I can say about it. It's just incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible cameras. Okay, so moving on. We don't have much else different with the actual phone itself. You do have on the front-facing camera, so let's switch to front-facing here. You do have slow-mo, so kind of interesting, but kind of different. So you have slow-mo on the front-facing cameras. They're calling it, what are they calling it? Slow-fees. Okay, so they're calling it slow-fees. So they're calling it slow-fees for the front-facing camera. I really don't want to ever say that again because it's kind of funny. But otherwise, that's something cool. We also have wide here. So let me show you right here. So here is just normal, and we're going to tap this, and it's going to make it just a slight bit wider, which is kind of different, but I do really like that. So if you're taking a selfie, you can get it a little bit wider. I wish they maybe would have done a little bit more, but otherwise, that is pretty much it for the cameras. All the buttons are roughly the same. You do have slightly different screen here, but pretty much the same. Battery life, they are saying, is 4 hours longer than the Max, which I want to test this. I can't wait to test it because that is incredible. If it's 4 hours longer. And of course, the other ones are a lot longer than the other phones as well. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot different. Of course, you have the sound that comes through, which is kind of different, but pretty cool. You also have the cameras. You have bodies pretty much the same, bigger battery, and several other little things, but I'm not going to get into that because it's just a simple video of it. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys comparisons of photos, and then make sure you guys subscribe if you like this video, give it a like, and I will put the link down in the description for this phone. But all I can say is this phone is incredible. Incredible. It is expensive, but just incredible. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course stay around to watch the comparison of photos.